Hey, Decathlon Gamer, welcome back to PCM22. It's Classics Puncher. We're on episode number 8. Wow, it's weird to think we're only on episode number 8 and well through the first season. But anyway, I'm finally at a level where I've got some capabilities as a classics rider or as a puncher or as a sprinter. Now, it's still fairly weak for the team as a whole, but this season they've put me in the weakest races that the team has. And as a result, I'm now better than the riders that I'm racing with a lot of the time, including here, now, today. For this 4-stage race, I am going to be the sprinter for the team. And 3 of these stages are sprint stages. So I've got an opportunity to compete. Now, I'm only good enough to be top 20, but that's a low expectation. I think I'm going to be capable of cracking top 10. Maybe on one of these stages, top 5 even. I'm not going to win. Probably not anyway, unless, everything happens just right. But I could and should get to a point as I need to start bringing my team forward outside of Dubé, who is currently getting water. Let's set everybody to like a relay, and then whoever's at the front here, Cabot, we'll start kind of lining up behind Cabot. There you go. Let's set that. Okay, and then for myself, we'll follow Cabot, and then for Cabot, we'll back off a bit. And then as they get up here, we'll kind of get people in line and set myself a proper sprint train, and we'll see how things go. Anyway, I think I can get some decent results with a 71 sprint. We're very, very unlikely to win, but we could probably manage to get some decent results out of this. There's Dubé. He's going to be done with his water task here in a moment once he gets over Cabot. And then we can get him in position. -2 race day condition, really hurting. That's a bad -2. So we'll have to put him... Oh, Cabot's already being used. We'll get him second in line, I guess. And we'll continue to pick up teammates as they come along. Next up, Julian Simone. This is going to be my lead out guy today. So we will get Simone in place here. 10k to go. Dubé losing Cabot's wheel. There's Arcelin. Arcelin is good enough to fit third in line here. 9k to go. Cabot's going to have to start pushing a lot harder than a 90. Grelier and Terpstra have not made it up here yet, but they are looking like good options. There's Grelier. There is Terpstra. Okay, so Grelier is going to fit in, I suppose, third in line. Terpstra is probably... fit behind Grelier. +5 looks good, but he's not a great sprinter, and Cabot needs to be going 99 from here on out. 5k. Use my gel. $4k. I wish I could have him sprint, but I think I can at 3. We're going to go straight to Grelier. And get these two onto the back end to break toe. Swapping their order as well. 2.4, you need to be sprinting here. Okay, on to... well, Arcelin. 1.7. And these guys just don't have much sprint to them. I've got the acceleration piece. Get Simone to drop back if I can, but he's not. He's ignoring the order. Okay, I did finish ahead of him. 12th. I got the top 20, though. I was hoping for a top 10. That lead out wasn't that good. For one, it took those guys a lot longer to get in position than I thought it would, setting them up almost 20k out from the finish. And then second, there just wasn't a lot of pace in those front couple of guys, which means we were being overwhelmed by some of the others. And so we were essentially, the lead out portion was in the wrong position as we approached those final kilometers and had to play catch up. And by catch up, we made up some ground, but only to 12th. You start 5 wheels higher, and we're finishing top 10 for sure. Maybe around 7th. Stage 2, and I've got everybody into position now as we go inside 14k. Cabot, Dubé to lead things out. We're not going to push too hard early on, but we're definitely in position much earlier than the last stage. Let's see if we can better our 12th place in the first one. Objective is the same. Cabot now pushing at 11k, getting out front. We still have a breakaway, but they are just 20 seconds ahead. They will be caught in a moment as we go inside 10k now, and Cabot is done. He's also got nothing left for the chase. So simply on to Dubé. Just 83 left in the peloton with riders that have been caught. We also just caught those front 3, and we're already inside 8k. So we're going to push even harder now. Now 7k. So we've already got that nice front position. At this point, it's going to be about holding it. Grelier, he'll take over, and I think we can go just about flat out now. Dubé has a tiny bit left in the tank, so we're going to see if he can hang on and offer us a little bit of protection. Let's also see how far everybody else is towards hanging on to my rear wheel. And right now, we're still in that extreme position that is perfect. And going 99 with guys that are a little bit faster. Grelier 71 at least. Today, race day condition +4. That is closer to what we expected. Last time we only had a +1. Expected was +3. I have an objective and a fitness peak for this race. 99% fitness. We're in great shape for this one. And with the +4, it's only a +1 draw. It's still a -1 draw for the 2 stages so far. But with that, we are looking so much better. And Terpstra, we're going to be going into sprint mode here in a moment. There you go, inside 3K. So Terpstra going to begin his sprint. Grelier, if he can, is going to help break that toe. I'm a little late on this one. I should have gelled up before we unpaused the last time. I forgot to do so. Inside 2K, Terpstra. Pretty solid lead out. Arcelin. No, we're at 1.8. We're gonna go straight to Julian Simon now, and Arcelin is going to try to follow me, as will Terpstra, and just try to keep those other riders off my back. We do have certainly one, Viviani, in excellent position, but otherwise, as we go inside the final kilometer now, and my well, Simon's done with his sprint, so I need to just get on with it. I am going to be overtaken. I'm not good enough, but we've easily got the top 10 this time, and we turned it into a top 5, beating out Viviani on that one, so that's good. And yeah, top 10, top 5 even, when the objective was top 20. That's about the best I think we can really manage. Great lead out that time, really set us up well. Things were timed pretty dang well. I ran out of red bar just before crossing the finish line, and that was a 72.80. That acceleration is fantastic. I get up to speed very quickly, but my top speed's only a 72. So these guys are ultimately going to beat me out, and that's with a +4 on the race day condition. That's with a +3 to my sprint. But with the stamina resistance and a very high flat rating, thanks to the race day condition bonuses, I'm able to hang on and compete and, be there or thereabouts at the end. But I just don't have the top speed that the other riders have. So I think that right there is about the best we're going to manage. But we've done so. We've gotten a top 5. That's going to be worth a good amount of XP. 17 points to be exact. And I'm not sure we're going to exceed that the next time. But if we can get another top 10, that's, a good additional 15, 13 points. I think we got 13 on stage 1. So we've already picked up 30 XP in this race. We've got a couple stages to go. But with a time trial for the 4th one, that's not going to amount to anything. But, this is a good result. Also really bringing up that manager satisfaction as we've had a very, very light schedule for a while. It's late August now, so we should have our signing coming soon, but we're also approaching the end of this first season. With 15K to go, we're seeing a ton of yo-yoing in this field. Also, 2 Category 4 climbs and a breakaway that might hang on for this stage. So Cabot, Grelier, and Dubé still had not made their way forward to join the squad when these splits started happening, which then cost me control of those riders, so they dropped back even further into their group. So at this point, I've got 4 riders. Cabot, Grelier, Dubé. Wow, they get contact momentarily. It's just not enough. So Arcelin is leading things out for Terpstra, and then Simone, and then myself. So it's just a 4-man group this time, but we're already inside 9 kilometers, so it's not as big of a deal. But those front 4 riders still have not been caught. It is down to 30 seconds, though, as we are finally ready to start coming forward with Arcelin and then Terpstra. So it's a smaller lead-out group for me this time, but I do have a +4 again. I am also a little more tired this time because of the pace, which led to the splitting of the field. Anyway, 5K to go, gel up. And Arcelin now pushing on 96, getting forward as he gets blocked off by Maldonado, but otherwise he is going to emerge, and we do bring in those 4 here with now 3.4K to go. So on to Terpstra. So Terpstra, not getting up to speed very quick there. Inside 3K, he's going to start his sprint. He's got to come from behind, which means he's making up some ground. But as we go inside 2K, we're on to Simone and myself, both feeling a little bit with that big acceleration in that early sprint, which means Simone getting me just inside the last kilometer. You're seeing the Arkea rider, Louvel, really taking off and going well. I've got 900 meters and half spent on my red bar, which means I'm probably not going to make it quite to the finish line. No way I'm catching Louvel, but I could get the top 10 anyway, and it looks like I might have that. There's quite a few riders up here. Decline, Renard, Venturini are your top 3, and I get to 9th place. So it is a top 10 at least. And I had an ounce of red bars. So we actually did just make it inside that. Simone and Terpstra, 12th and 14th on the stage for them. Harder stage here, harder setup, not perfect scenario like we had stage 2, but we still managed to get a top 10 out of this one. So the final race day condition balance for this race was a -1, which is decent. I mean, that's pretty dang close. We got a +2 today. That's enough to give me a 66 time trial, 71 prologue, and at 22 kilometers, that means we are looking at, let's see. It's going to be a little more time trial, but not full time trial, but mostly time trial. So, that 66 is maybe boosted by 1. So I've got about a 67 time trial ability today, which means we're going to be well off the pace, but not horrendously bad. Objective for the day, top 50. That seems pretty dang manageable just by getting your effort right. But at the first time check, just 76th, 49 seconds down, and yet looking at the energy consumption, it's looking pretty dang good. But we'll see how that third sector goes. If there's a lot of guys that ran out of energy by pushing too hard early on, very well could be. Hecht is the leader right now, 31 seconds ahead of anybody else. Robin Carpenter, 2 Americans on the podium at the moment for the stage. Second time check. Position is improved, but not by a lot, just 63rd. And we certainly have enough to push on. So we're going to start going at an 86 here. Just going to dip into that red bar a little bit, but you can see just how much faster we are running out that way. I think that's going to be just about okay to get us towards the finish line. In fact, final kilometer now. And we push on. 50th. Barely. And we lose it a moment later, and there's only 8 riders after me, but there's going to be enough there to push me down each one at a time. So my top 10 obviously is gone, but I knew that was going to be the case. It was about that sprint. That 5th place was the best that we could muster. We just missed out on the top 50, even with that +2 race day condition, and there wasn't much more I could do. It was at most a couple seconds that I might have been able to gain on this one. Looks like Hecht might be hanging on. Genietz did go up into 2nd place there, splitting those podium riders up. But I do just miss out on the top 50 for the stage, which means I'll have missed out on top 50 overall, you would think. Only just. No. Actually, I hang on to 16th for the overall. So we'll see if we get any bonus for that one in terms of XP. Nothing for the overall. Just 54th on the stage. Mediocre, just 2 points. We are 113 shy, but we're also about to level up. But that's still not going to be enough to get us to that next level. So where we stand at this point, late in the season, in the rankings. Remember, we started very weak. Domestique. So probably not that great. Carapaz having the best season, though. Rodriguez and Sagan just outside of the top 13, but Sagan's not really racing in the continental races. Latour highest ranked for the team. Sagan 2nd highest. Rodriguez. Van Gessel. Bosenhagen. Lawless. All World Tour known quantities. And then a big drop to where I'm at 309. Moved up 97 spots somehow. 185 points in this first season. Not bad considering the domestique role that has been 98% of our season thus far. Still managing to get a little bit here and there, but featuring mostly in the lowest Continental Pro kind of races where the competition's been surrounded by World Tour teams in almost every race we've been a part of, and not too many results. It's almost a miracle we've managed to get any points, but we are growing, we are getting better, we are getting more influential, we are playing a bigger role in things that are happening these days. 185 points though is but I mean, Morkov, Ackerman are right there. Christoph is right there. So there's some names around me. Most of them, in fact, almost half the names on the present page are pretty dang decent riders. To already be up around them in this first season, not too bad. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.